Hi there guys, Sam here, welcome back to another video. You join me going through a bit of a preview for the hotly anticipated Audi RS3 2021 car, both in Sportback and Saloon. And yeah, just to go through a little bit of this article, go through some of the images and talk to you about this car because I'm super excited about it. So let's get straight into this. So yes, as you can see on screen, new RS3 is in town. So apparently in the next sort of couple of weeks, allegedly, we're going to know more details, fully all the specs around this car, but I can tell you what we know now and obviously show you some cool images about it. And something that I'm really excited about and really basically try and say to you how it could kind of be like a beefed up Golf R, more so than ever. And yeah, let's go through what's kind of said a little bit on this Evo article, and I'll leave the article in the description as well as some of the images. To summarize the car, it's going to have a 5-cylinder engine, which is great, probably the last one it's ever going to have. It's going to be based on the MQB platform, which you know, obviously the Golf R is on as well, and so many sort of VW group cars are based on. But the big thing to mention is that torque vectoring rear diff, which is on the Golf R, which allegedly obviously makes it a little bit better to handle. I really enjoyed driving the Golf 8R myself on the channel from a subscriber, and if you get that sort of hardware into the RS3, hey, maybe that can improve things. And you know, RS3s can sometimes be defined as being a bit blunt in some ways. Maybe this could make it a little bit more agile, a little bit more exciting on that front. Scrolling through, obviously these have got some cool looking decals on it, but you're looking at over 400 horsepower, but certainly the signature part of it is that 2.5 litre engine. Whether or not it will sound as good here in Europe, I'm not so sure, but let's hope. I've heard it on the Nürburgring testing round, but then I don't know if that's sort of a model with all the kind of particulate filters in it. So let's hope at least it's got that engine. That's something cool. No manual, not really a surprise in this sort of high-end Audi model, particularly with over 400 horsepower. 7-speed dual clutch is allegedly what's going to go into it. And they mentioned some of like the unique features in terms of like obviously the more beefed out stance, the body arches, the bigger tyres, the bigger wheels, carbon ceramics, which is I always find is mental on a hatchback or a saloon. It's pretty crazy. Just about the design, how it's kind of based a little bit on the LMS racer, which actually I really do love the looks of, and I can see that as well completely. As they mentioned, they said we'll have to wait until the official technical specifications have gone off, and I'll certainly show you that on this channel. But a car that I'm really looking forward to, and actually if I now go through some of the cool images of it, so you can kind of see all the RS models there. You've got like the RSQ8, I'm going to say that is, and then you've got like RSQ3, you've got the R8, the TTRS, yeah, RS4. Yeah, pretty special stuff. And then you've got obviously the new kind of models as well shown there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be exciting. For me being quite a big Golf R fan, great to see a car which, you know, to be honest, let's just be real, the Golf R can handle more power than it's packing. You know, 320 horsepower allegedly. Some dynos sort of say it's nearer to 340. It can certainly take a bit more, particularly with the way technology is these days. With that sound, with that 5-pot, you know, a bit more obviously Audi premium quality inside, it could really be a complete package. I do like some of these images. Obviously you've got carbon ceramic brakes, you know, I talk about cars getting expensive, you know, you're probably looking anywhere between £5,000 and £8,000 just for those ceramics. But hey, if you want the best, that's what it's going to give you. I've shown some of the test mule kind of images before in the past, and obviously it's kind of hidden in terms of what the aero is going to do for this car, but they do a lot of testing to make a car handle better nowadays. So this is likely going to have no exception. It's probably just as capable as it's ever going to be. And yeah, there's kind of looks from some of the images as I'm kind of scrolling through here. I don't think these ones have the carbon ceramics, maybe they do. Hard to tell. But let's see if we can get some more, because there's so many cool images here of the car. And feel free to kind of pause it and check out yourself. I don't like how it's got 2 big oval exhausts and then you can see there's sort of like 2 in each side, so it's 4. Yeah, obviously a bit of valve, some close to the valves and stuff like that. Unlike the Golf R, actually, funny enough, which has an exhaust which actually goes straight to the engine, so that's always pretty cool. I've seen a lot of the saloon, but not too much of the hatchback, so it's nice to see a few images of there, and you know, hopefully you're enjoying them as well. But certainly let me know your thoughts in the comments, what you think of this car. Do you think it can be a Golf R kind of like that much better in terms of handling wise? I know the 5-cylinder engine is going to make it a little bit heavier, and obviously all the more premium type materials inside tends to add weight. It's still going to have the same sort of Haldex four-wheel drive system, so it's not going to be a light car. But yeah, to kind of improve it from being considered as being a bit more blunt to being a bit more of a full-on package, I think it's going to be pretty cool. The only downside is probably going to be the £60,000 price tag of this car in the UK anyway. And obviously check your own specific regions where you are in terms of what's going to happen with taxes and things like that. But yeah, there's the car. Let me try and find a decent image we can end on here. Obviously, we've got it going around the Nürburgring as well, which is pretty cool. I think the new A3 shape looks good. You know, it's quite sharp. It's got a lot going for it. I think I like the look of the new S3. I think it's a bit down to earth. They can be very subtle cars. I know people can go to the extremes with these, but that's what some of the best German brands do. They do that kind of under the radar type technique. And it's also good to see these cars kind of being driven properly, because let's be honest, when they're in the hands of me and you, the general public, and I hope to drive one potentially, who knows what can happen later this year when the world starts opening up and I can kind of share my thoughts a little bit on it. But yeah, expect certainly to see it on the road kind of this year. Who knows? Next couple of weeks to really understand the specs and what they're kind of selling the car. Obviously a bit of winter testing here, but I really do think that rear diff, that's kind of what is going to be its swan song that they're going to talk about. It's very much a Golf R now with obviously more power. That's how I'm kind of seeing it. And that's certainly not a bad thing. Wow, look at that one, fully camoed up. So let's end it on one of the final camoed images. Yeah, pretty discreet, as you can probably tell. You get an idea of what this car's going to be like. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, what you think about the RS3. Is it something that you're really considering? Is it something, if you own a Golf R, this is what you kind of look to kind of get next? It's kind of always been the default choice as you kind of think about it from the previous Mark 7 Golf R. People say, oh, yeah, go for the new RS3. Obviously you get the higher running costs and stuff, but is it kind of worth it? And will this be worth it? Because it's going to come at a price tag, but at the same point, it's going to be the last of those top. I mean, they're beyond hyper hatches now. This and like the A45S are just crazy power and supercar quick. 3.5 seconds to 60 is probably what you're looking at in the real world. Which is just mental. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hope you enjoyed this little run through the RS3, and really interested to know your thoughts. And obviously like, share, subscribe. It really does help this little community channel that I've got kind of going on, and I really do appreciate your support. So yeah, whether you're subscribed or not, please do like, and if you've enjoyed it, and share it if you want to share it. So thanks so much. Have a fantastic rest of your day, fantastic rest of your week, and I'll see you again next time for another video. Cheers, guys.